Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, brothers and sisters. Welcome to Rap Ministries. That's Reaching All People Ministries. And I'm Brother Yirmiyahu, otherwise known as Brother Ronnie. And I want to personally thank you for coming on in and visiting with us today. Turn the music down a little bit. Just appreciate everybody that's here. I see we got 9 in here. Lavon Pope. Shabbat Shalom to you, brother. Shabbat Shalom to you. Auntie, peace and blessings to you as well. Jackson's right here in Memphis, Tennessee. Shalom to you. Shalom. Mama J. Pope, thank you for coming on in. Sister, thank you for coming on in. Mother Pope, thank you for coming in. Oh, there they go. There they go. There they go. Erica Yashel, we missed you. We missed you. We missed you. Thank you for coming on in, sister. Good to see you. Sparring partner, good to see you. Elder, double honor to the elders. Double honor. Sister, your niece, baby Charlotte. And I was just looking back on something, Sister Erica and Sister Yanice. Y'all both got 2 special things on the 24th of April. That's all I'm gonna say on that. I said, wow, what a 2 life-altering things for both of them on those days. What? None of your business. They know. Thank y'all for coming on in today. You know, it's a lot going on in the world. Last night was a rough night here in Memphis. You know, this is what they know as tornado season. Tornado season, and you know, it was a little you know, weather, lights blinking, winds, high winds. My children was a little shaking. I had to tell them ain't no tornado gonna hit us. Y'all just know that. And you know, I think that calmed them down a little bit, but thank the Most High that our power stayed on and that we had no damage, no tornado, none of that. Just thank the Most High for his, even if it had been, the Most High would have shielded and protected us. His angels of protection will be around us. So anytime you're in a scary situation, call on the Most High. He got you. He got you. He definitely has you. I want to say too, don't forget about Passover on Monday. Monday at 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Be here if you would like to partake with us. You know, supposed to have a Q&A today. Gonna postpone that to next week. I got to get this class ready for Passover. I got to dot my I's, cross my T. I got today and tomorrow to get it done. So, because it take me a while. I like to be thorough with all my lessons, and as you guys know. But we'll do Q&A next week. Live Q&A after class next week. Louis Dunnes, thank you for coming on in. Yeah, got that. Ever since I can remember, I've been popping my collar. Yeah, got the goal on today. Oh, Zachariah Z and the family. And I bet Sister Wanda is with Louis Dunnes. She's the wife of Louis Dunnes. But Zachariah Z and the family, thank you for coming on in. Sister Rhiannon, thank you for coming on in, who is the wife of Zachariah Z and the family. Well, we got a great class today, and I decided to do this class because we're coming up on Passover, and we need to be getting the leaven out of our lives, that spiritual leaven of hatred and malice and sin and all that stuff. So, you know, I've been wanting to do this class a while, but I'm going to do it because we don't know what righteousness is. We really don't know what righteousness is. See, we got 19 in here trying to wait on Proverbs and Key to Life is Torah, but they may be doing something, sometimes something else, family stuff come up, you know. But guys, just thank you for hanging in with us. Got a special class coming up after this Passover class. try to do that one 2 tomorrow. Try to do 2 classes in 1 day, 1.5 days. Special class for a person that I do special requests here and now. You might request a class, you might get it the next week or the next couple of weeks, or something. I have been known somebody asked me, and I just said, okay, I'll do it today. So, but we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna turn this music off, and I'm gonna decrease that he might increase. Give me 1 second. All right, we're gonna get that music turned off. Matter of fact, let me just quit that so it won't pop on during the lesson. I'm just so happy to be alive. We got out of work early yesterday because of because they were expecting extreme weather. They let us out early. We only did half a day yesterday, but the weather did get a little crazy last night. But the Most High did shield and protect us. But I'm gonna pray, and we're gonna get on into the scripts. Abba, Heavenly Father, we just thank you for your holy Sabbath day, the day you hung in creation eons ago. Father, we thank you for all of your people that are here, and we thank you that they will be blessed, they will be edified, and they will be changed for the better in their lives. Father, I ask you to give them a special miracle in their life on the day. Answer the prayers that they may have laid before you. Just give them a swift, fast answer, Father. Father, we just also thank you today that your spirit will flow and cause me to say the things that I need to say to minister this life, this miraculous, the miracles, the miraculous to your people. Father, we just thank you right now that the devil is bound up. No evil spirit, no demonic spirit can rear his ugly head, because we call them doomed, damned, and defeated. Father, we thank you right now that you alone will get all the praise, all the honor, all the glory. Do your mighty, magnificent name. And we pray all this in the mighty, mighty name of your son, Yeshua HaMashiach. Amen. Amen. All right. Here we go. And some people may have looked at the title. Oh, there he go with some let me make sure this screen is right. There he go with that. He always talking about some righteousness. There he go. I'm going to tell you, this lesson is probably the most important lesson of any lesson that I would ever do. We don't know what righteousness is. Key to Life, I see you. I just saw you pop on the screen, if you know what I mean. Good to see you today. Good to see you. Good. Great to see. Always good to see you. Everybody that's in here. Y'all just don't know how much brother I'm talking in the third person. I really do appreciate everybody that come in on a week-to-week basis. I talk to my wife, just be talking, and say, can't wait till we get to the point where I can meet everybody personally. Whether the Most High bless me to get off a job where I can come travel and come see you. So to come see the peeps. But one day, Sister Wanda, we see you, wife of Louis Dunnes. But what are we talking about today? We're talking about righteousness. What is righteousness? What is it? You ask your average run-of-the-mill so-called follower, and they go say, oh, just rightness, just doing right, being acceptable. Yeah, those are correct. But we're gonna give you a A to Z lesson on righteousness today. But I'm gonna show you two quick videos. And before I do, if your pastor says this, what you about to see, if he ever fix his lips to say what I'm finna let you see, run, get out of there. Like Mario, like Forrest Gump. I just kept on running. Get out of there. trying to tell you. So let's just listen. We got two quick videos.
How the law stirs up sin. We looked at that. So if we Christians hope for victory over sin, we shouldn't have any relationship with the law, not even the 10 Commandments. If we should hope for victory over sin, We should not have any relationship with the law, which is over 600 of them. And also not even the Big Ten. Not even the Big Ten. Ooh, I know that just freaking your tradition out. Not even the Big Ten. Because Jesus died to free me from.
He died to free you from obeying your mom and daddy. He died to free you for not committing adultery. If your pastor says that, run like Tom Cruise. That's the best running dude in Hollywood. Just get out of there quick. Why, Brother Ronnie, why do you need to get out of there quick? Because that brother will cost you your soul. Yeah, it's up. You don't see it? I already showed it. Some people can see it. Who else can't see it? Type in there if you can't see it. Because I think I saw it. Did you see it? Wow. Hold on. Let me play it again. See, there go that devil. Don't want nothing to do, right? Oh, they said they can hear it. I don't know. It's up here. It's on. Let me come out of here and do it over. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you what I do. I close the Huh? Oh, can y'all see a PowerPoint? My goodness. Let me close it up and then I come back. Hold on, guys. There go the devil. He don't want that righteousness to get up there. He don't want it up there. We're gonna play it all over again. Hold on. Let me present again. Hold on. We see you more, Israel, Charlie. We see you. They said they heard it, but they didn't see it. All right, so let me present it again. Hold on. Present. I want to share my screen. Window. Righteousness. All right, y'all let me know if y'all can see it this time. Okay, my wife said 9's up there. Wonder what that was all about. But let me go ahead and slideshow from the current slide. Come on, can y'all see it now? Can you see it now? Huh? All right, they can see the screen if you know what I mean. But righteousness, righteousness. If your pastor says this, run. You know, like Mario, do the Mario, run. But can y'all see him now? Can you see him up there now?
We talked about how the law.
We need to hear it again anyway.
We looked at that. So if we Christians hope for victory over sin, we shouldn't have any relationship with the law, not even the 10 Commandments. If we should hope for victory over sin, we should not have any relationship with the law, which is over 600 of them. And also not even the Big Ten. Not even the Big Ten. Ooh, I know that just freaking your tradition out. Not even the Big Ten.
And that's enough for him. But run! You go back to who them do? Mario, Forrest Gump, and some ghetto girl. I think she just ran up out her church because that's how a lot of them dress in church. You got to keep on running. Tom Cruise, getting out of there. It will cost you your life. That's crazy. I ain't never in my life heard anybody say you don't have to do the 10. Even most Sunday churches, they said you got to keep the 10 Commandments. And you know, they changed number 4 to Sunday, but at least they say you ain't got to do, you got to do 10. But let's take a listen. We're going to listen to his, it's only about 1 minute and 30 seconds, maybe a little bit longer. What he defines righteousness as. We gonna see. Now this way much later. Now let me just play it.
Still is valid. It is still valid with people who don't know Christ. Because if you don't know Christ, you don't have the Holy Ghost. So it's still valid for people who don't know Christ.
He talking about the law.
People are still led by the law. He says, but we know that the law is good if a man use it lawfully. Now, what does it mean? That the law is good if a man use it lawfully. That phrase means if he uses it for the purpose for which it was sent. So it's good if you use it for the purpose for which it was sent. And the purpose for which it was sent is to bring you to the end of yourself. That's the purpose for which it was sent. Verse 9. Knowing this, that the law is not made for a righteous man. How many of you are the righteousness of God? Okay, but now when did you become the righteousness of God? When you got born again. But the law is for the lawless, it's for the disobedient, it's for the ungodly, it's for sinners, it's for unholy and profane, it's for murderers of fathers, it's for murderers of mothers, for manslayers, it is for the whoremongers, it's for them that defile themselves with mankind, from men stealers, it's for liars, it's for the perjured persons. And if there be any other thing that is contrary to sound doctrine, verse 11, according to the glorious gospel of the blessed God, which was committed to my trust. So now I want you to make sure you understand this. He's trying to make a distinction between those who are born again and filled with the Spirit and led by the Spirit versus those who are not born again and are still subject to the law. That's the distinction. He starts off, go back to...
So he just twisted them scriptures all which way, like Paul, like Peter said about Paul. Everything that he just said, that one wrote nowhere in them scriptures that he said. The law that is not for a righteous man is sacrifices. Because what? Because a righteous man, if he obey, obedience is better than sacrifice. The law ain't for, the law is for sinners. The law still good for those who sinners. That's dumb. We all just suggest honor our wife. Let's go through them. Number one, we supposed to love the Most High. That don't apply to me. You shall not make any graven images. That don't apply to me. Thou shalt not take the name of, so I can take his name in vain now, because that doesn't apply to a born again believer. That's crazy, man. We do it. He said that we the righteousness of God. You will be the righteousness of the Most High if you do the righteousness. Yeah, you would be his righteousness then, because you're doing what he said. Remember the Sabbath. I don't got to do that no more. Honor my mom. That's not for me. It doesn't apply to me because I'm a born again Christian, as he say. Man, brother, Prince, Prince, tell him, is that right, Prince? No, that ain't right. That ain't, yes, big failure. Grind like Josh, we see you. Man, I'm trying to tell you, these people gonna cost you something. But again, if they say any of that thing, run like Rocky and Apollo Creed. Get out of there. Because we have been tricked. We have been tricked. Today is April 1st. This is the day they call April Fool. If you believe any of those things that he just said, you're a fool. You're foolish. We're going to get a biblical definition of righteousness. We don't want what this dude just said. He said he the righteousness. So when he got born again, he the righteousness. The laws don't apply to him at all because he's born again. Sound good, brother? But it don't make sense. You supposed to read. You see that Bible that say read? People not reading their Bible. That's why it said my people perish for a lack of knowledge. We don't read the Bible. You're supposed to be in that script as a child. Matter of fact, I didn't put it in here. But we're going to go to it in Timothy. Hold on. I'm trying to stop yelling, man. Some people don't like when I yell, But I'm a preacher. Got to. Can't help it. Brother man can't help it, man. It says, this is 2 Timothy chapter 3. It says, let me see what verse I want. It says, but you must continue in the things which you learn and be assured of them, knowing from whom you have learned them, and that from a child. You see that little fella on the screen in that book? He looked like from right there, he looked like my little son, Rob. You supposed to be in there from a whipper to a snapper, and that you from a childhood you have known the holy scriptures, which you are able to make you wise for salvation or unto salvation through faith, which is in Yeshua HaMashiach. All scriptures, all scripture is given by inspiration of Yah and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, and instruction in righteousness, that the man of Yah or the woman of Yah may be complete, thoroughly complete or perfect, lacking, thoroughly equipped for every good work. What's good? The law is good. And then if you go a chapter before, it says study to show thyself approved. Well, the question would be, when Paul wrote this, what would they study? What would they be studying? They would be studying the scriptures. And at that time, it was only Matthew to Malachi. I mean, not Matthew, Genesis to Malachi and the Apocrypha. Thank the Most High you have another year of life, Sister Wanda Dunez. That's all we should do on our birthdays. Thank the Most High for another year of life. Go watch my birthday class. You a boy. Woo. But half our subscribers come from one birthday video that I didn't want to put up. I said, I don't want to seem too religious. Most High said, put that class up there. Put it up there, like he said. I didn't want to. But what's the biblical definition? Psalms 119 and 142. This is the definition of righteousness. Thy means your. Thy means your. Your righteousness. Who is the your? It ain't you. It ain't you. It's not you, all of those listening to me. It's not my righteousness, but it's his, thy, your righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. I have it scrolling every week. Every week. That's the righteousness. But let's look up and see what that word is in the Hebrew. That word is tzadik or tzadah, like Tzadik, righteousness, sort of like Melchizedek, king of righteousness, Melech, king of Tzadik, righteousness, king of righteousness. But righteousness, what is it? Righteousness, justice, right, righteous acts. Righteous acts mean you got to do something. Look down, justice, righteousness. We ain't got no justice in this so-called country. I seen some people, this Asian couple. They was out of town for a while, left their house. Somebody broke in their house and start living in it. Just start living in it. And then the judge is telling you, well, ain't nothing we can do. What kind of justice is that? Squatters, man. Try that with me. See what happened to you. But righteousness and government of judge, ruler, king, of law, of Davidic king Messiah. Yeah, that's Yeshua. He the son of David. He's also the son of Abraham. Righteousness of God's attitude. Righteousness in case or cause. Righteousness, truthfulness. I'm telling you, this is the most important. If I don't have no other videos, this one need to be up. You just keep listening. We don't know what righteousness is. We don't know what it is. See the Jamesons either. Yeah. Your righteousness. Your. What does your mean? Your is possessive. The Most High's righteousness. That means it belongs to him. And he said it is the law. Righteousness equals to, I'm going to show you today that righteousness equals believing, equals faith, equals the law. They all the same thing in the scripts. Yeah, it just is. Let's look at righteousness from just the world point of view, their definition. It says the quality of being morally right or justifiable. It says goodness, virtue, virtuousness, uprightness, decency, integrity. Do you have integrity? Huh? Went to a GameStop maybe about 6 months ago to get this game for my daughter that she wanted. Went in there, somebody had dropped $20. I didn't see who dropped it. It just was $20 right there, and I picked it up and I gave it to the register people. I said, "Hey, I don't know who dropped this, but this somebody money." They said, "Man, man, you could have kept that. That nobody. We don't know who money that is." I said, "The Most High saw me, and them cameras saw me. That ain't my money." I said, "That person might come back in." They said, and the guy said, "Man, you have integrity." That's right. Few years ago, I was about 27 years old. I was on my way to Auntie house when she lived on Mays Morton. Went over there, went to Walgreens to get me some juice and honey buns, some juice and honey buns. And when I walked in, there's an ATM right when you walk in. But that ATM machine was broken where you could just see the money, just stack some money. Just stack some money. I could have went and act like I was doing a transaction and took the money. But I went to the cashier. I said, "Hey, right there, over there, that money showing somebody can get that money." And she went over there. She said, "Oh my goodness." She said, "Most people would have just took that." I said, "Not me. That ain't my money. I ain't going to jail for 8 to 10 over some money. Being a Big Bubba boyfriend, no, I can't do it." You gotta be a man and woman of integrity, worthiness, rectitude, probity, morality, ethicalness, high-mindedness, justice, honesty, honor, honorableness, innocence, blameless, guiltless, irreproachability, sinlessness, saintlessness, purity, nobility, noble-mindedness, piety, pious. What would be the opposite? Wickedness, sinfulness. And the Bible has definition for both of those that's underlined in red. But let's go to Matthew chapter 5:19. What are we talking about today? What is righteousness? Let's go to our Messiah. Come on, tell us. Lay for yourselves treasures upon the earth. That's the kingdom of darkness. All of this world is just the kingdom of darkness. We so busy about, we want to be entertained. We want to have material things. That's what we all after. Most of all these churches out here, that's what they after. They after your money so that they can live that Hollywood type life. But he said, "Don't lay up treasures upon the earth where moth and rust doth corrupt it, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourself treasures in heaven." That's the kingdom of heaven. So how do you lay them treasures up? We're going to show you. "Where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also." Where is your heart? Is it on the treasures on the earth, or is it after the treasures that's in heaven? Where is your heart? Only you know the answer to that question. Only you know. Let's skip to verse 33. "But Yeshua said, but seek ye first the kingdom of Yah and his righteousness," not your righteousness, his righteousness. We already showed you what it was. We could close the book, go home. Brother Ronnie can go and finish up the Passover class, and we'll have a good time Monday night. Yeah, heavenly treasure. Heavenly treasure. It says, and seek his righteousness and all. So if you want all of that worldly stuff, he'll let you get a little bit of it, but only if you're seeking after his righteousness. So there are two kinds of righteousness. There's your righteousness. You need to stop that. That's why it's in red. Cut that out. Stop your righteousness. What you want to do, what you feel is right. Like the children of Israel in the Judges, and every man did what was right in their own eyes or in their own opinion. That's what we doing today. Well, that ain't what it mean to me. Most High don't care nothing about your righteousness. And that means slow down And that's in yellow, slow down. And what in green, do his righteousness. I'm trying to tell you. But righteousness in the New Testament, what Yeshua just said in Matthew, what is it? In a broad sense, the state of him who, the word is the diakonosine. That is the broad sense, the state of him who is as he ought to be, righteousness, the condition acceptable to Yah. How do you be acceptable to him? The doctrine concerning the way in which a man may attain a state approved of Yah. Integrity, virtue, purity of life, rightness, correctness of thinking, feelings, and acting. We ain't talking about Denzel Washington acting. We talking about what you do. In a narrower sense, justice or the virtue which gives each his due. But let's go to Isaiah, because I get so sick and tired of this. Yeah, righteous as filthy rags. I know. But see, what they try to make you do is they try to, now it don't say nowhere in here, if you trying to do the law, that's your righteousness. It don't say that. But they make it say that. It don't say that. He's saying your righteousness is as filthy rags. Why is our righteousness filthy rags? Because you're not doing what he does. That's what it is. And then they don't never read. They only isolate one verse. One, filthy rags. It's a filthy rags. So when you try to do and imitate your Messiah, who does only what he sees his father does, and you trying to be like them, and it said, be ye holy, for I am holy. You trying to be like him? That's filthy. No, if you do what he do, if you believe it, if you know his son, you do what he did. Oh, that Isaiah tell us, that thou would rend the heaven. This is when he coming back. That thou wouldest come down, that the mountains might flow down at thy presence. And when the melting fire burneth, the fire causeth the water to boil, to make thy name known to thine adversaries. We're not going to read all 12 verses, but we're going to skip to verse 4. It says, for since the beginning of the world, men have not heard. We saw this. Ears have not heard. Remember that dude the other week? No eye seen. But let's read it. For since the beginning of the world, men have not heard nor perceived by the ear, neither hath the eye seen, O Yah, beside thee, what he hath prepared for them that waited for him. Are you waiting for him? And see, we don't know what waiting means. We just thinking we mean. No, you ever had somebody wait on you? Huh? That wait on you at a restaurant? They serve you. So we supposed to be serving him. While but that, what does he do? He meeteth them that rejoiceth and worketh righteousness. Those that remember thee in thy ways. He rejoiceth. He meet them that rejoiceth at doing his law, statutes, and commandments. That worketh righteousness. Those that remember thee in thy ways. Behold, thou art wroth, for we have sinned in those in continuance, and we shall be saved. But we are all as an unclean thing. Why? Because they just told you we have sinned. And they said all our righteousness are as filthy rags. Why? Because they're sinning. They're not trying to do what he said to do. Go down. We ain't going to read all this, but it said because of our iniquities. That's why it's filthy rags. Our actions, our way of life, they don't match his. But we're going to look at the in the Septuagint. It says, we'll skip to verse 4 in red. From of old we have not heard, neither have I seen a God beside thee, and thy works which thou wilt perform to them that wait for mercy. From it says, for these blessings shall happen to them that work righteousness. It says, because of their righteousness is filthy rags because of their iniquity and because of their sin. It ain't got nothing to do with them trying to keep the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, because they weren't trying to keep the law, statutes of the Most High. They were just doing whatever they wanted to do. But it said what? To what word? Remember, and they shall remember thy ways. Well, what are his ways? These are questions that we should be asking. Nobody asking this. What is his ways? Not Reverend Rudy Poots. What are his ways? And it says, the Most High executed right. I guarantee you, most people don't know this in the Bible. They don't know. If I had a room full of people and I just said, raise your hand if you know what the ways of the Most High is. It is. I guarantee you. And it'd be some to raise their hand. I said, tell me, what is it? And they'll give me their own opinion. No, what the Bible say? The Most High executed righteousness and judgment for all that are oppressed. He made known his ways unto Moses. What did he show? And his acts, do you see his ways, his acts unto the children of Israel? They don't know exactly. They don't know the actual factuals. They don't. Like Bushwick Bill on Martin. I'm just kicking the actual factuals. Pardon me. Mouth is a little dry. All this yelling I'm doing. But let's get it kicking. Get it popping. Because guess what? We're going to show you what righteousness is. You know, it ain't none but his law, statutes, and commandments. And the Most High said, shall I hide? Because we're going to talk about Abraham today. And the most, why? Because he's what they call the father of us all. That's what's in the Bible. And the Most High said, shall I hide from Abraham that thing which I do? This is when he was finna destroy Sodom. Why? Seeing that Abraham shall surely become a great and mighty nation. And all the nations, how was he going to do that? He didn't even have nobody but Sarai and a few servants, you know, Eliezer. That's all he had. And a few servants. How I'm gonna be what he talking about all this? Man, I just left my daddy and everybody back in Ur the Chaldees in Babylonia, you know. Seeing that Abraham shall surely become a great and mighty nation, and all the nations of the earth shall be blessed in him. The Most High said, for I know him, that he will command his children and his household after him, and they shall keep the way of Yahweh. Didn't we just read what that was? To do justice and judgment, that the Most High may bring upon Abraham that which he had spoken unto him. So let's get on into Father Abraham. Genesis 15:6. And this is where they get it all twisted right here. And he, damn me, see, you see how I have to break down these pronouns to people? I got to break it down to they mixed everything up. It says, and he, who? Abram, believed in the Most High. And he, that means who? The Most High counted it to him. The thing is, we don't ever know what the it is. It can't, that you ask your average Christian, what's the it? Oh, the it is the righteousness. No, that is not the it. And he, meaning Abram, believed in Yahuwah, and he, the Most High, counted it. We don't know what that is right now. Type it in if you know what the it is. Somebody type the it in. This is a pre-test. We're going to see if you know what the it is. You know I'm going to tell you what the it is. He said, and he counted it to Abram for righteousness. Type it in. I give you about 30 seconds while I get another sip of this lemon lime. Those are all good answers. Those are all good answers. And they're all wrong. We're going to show you what the it is today. What is the it? Don't nobody know what the it is? We're going to show you what the it is. They will tell you that the it is the righteousness. Prince, tell them. Prince like, no. So what is the it? I'm not going to tell you the it yet, but he, Abraham, believed in the Most High. I'm going to tell you this Brother Ronnie translation right here. And he believed in the Most High, and he, the Most High, counted it to him. He counted it to him The it to him, Abram, because I'm telling you, for means because of his righteousness or his obedience. What is the it? We're going to show you the it. Genesis 15, 1-6. Auntie already know the it. I told you. It said, after these things, the word of the Most High came to Abram in a vision, saying, fear not, Abram, I am thy shield and thy exceeding great reward. And Abram said, Most High, what wilt thou give me? You my reward. What you gonna give me, seeing I go childless? And the steward of my house is Eliezer of Damascus. And Abram said, behold, to me thou hast given no seed. Just go, blood. You have given me no seed. And lo, one born in my house is mine heir. And behold, the word of the Most High came unto him, saying, this shall not be thine heir, but he that shall come forth out of thine own bowels shall be thine heir. And he brought him forth abroad and said, look now towards heaven and tell the stars if thou be able to number them. And he said, so shall thy seed be. And he believed the Most High, and he counted it to him for righteousness. The it is the seed that he promised him. That's what the it is. He said, I'm your great reward. Okay, let's go to Psalm 127:3. Lo, children are a heritage of Yahweh, and the fruit of the womb is his reward. That's the it. That's the it, that seed that he promised him. Abraham believed him. How we know Abraham believed him? Because the Most High said, get out of there. Abraham did it. Didn't know where he was going, but he did it anyway. That's the it. Keep with the class. You will see that that's the it. But again, the it showed up, and the Most High told the it the same thing he told Abraham. He said, this is the Most High talking to Isaac. He said, because that Abraham obeyed my voice and kept my commandments, kept my statutes, and kept my laws, he obeyed. That's why you're it, Isaac. You're the seed, Isaac. You're it. I promised him you. And Abraham, I ain't got nobody. Let's go back. That is the it. The Most High said, I'm going to give you a seed. Abraham said, how you ain't gave me no seed. What you talking about? How am I going to be a nation? How am I going to be a great nation and bless all of the nations? I don't even got nobody. But Abraham walked it out, and he believed the Most High, and the Most High credited the seed to Abraham for all of the times that he has obeyed him. We're going to show you that today, time after time. All right, let's keep it pushing. So let's see the Most High's promise to Isaac. I just told you he was talking to the it right there. Isaac is the it. But watch this. And there was a famine in the land. And in the land, besides the first famine that was in the days of Abraham. And Isaac went unto Abimelech, king of Philistines, unto Gerar. And the Most High appeared unto him and said, go not down into Egypt, in the land which I shall tell thee of. Sojourn in this land, and I will be with thee, and will bless thee, for unto thee and unto thy seed I will give thee all these countries, and I will perform the oath which I swear unto thy father Abraham. I will make thy seed, that's the seed, to multiply as the stars of heaven, and will give unto thee all the seeds, all these countries, and in thy seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed, because that Abraham obeyed my voice, kept my charge, my commands, my statutes, and my laws. That's why the Most High, even though Abraham did not have any seed at that time, because Abraham kept on doing whatever he said, he counted it to him for righteousness, because of his righteousness, because of his obedience. He said, you're going to have that seed. But again, what is the it? is the seed. Isaac, all the way to Yeshua, is the seed. That's the seed. But what is faith? We don't know what faith is. We think we do. Faith to us today is abstract. It's not concrete. It's some mythical. It's some mythical thing to us today. Hooky spooky. We can just think everything into this. Stop. You got to do something. Don't believe me that it's the seed? Let's just keep on reading though. Now, faith is the substance. Faith is the substance. It's something tangible, folks. Tangible. It's substance of things what? Hoped for. The evidence of things not seen. What was Abraham hoping for? He was hoping for some seed because the Most High promised him that. The evidence of things not seen. For by it, the elders obtain a good report. Through faith, what's that? The commands. We understand that the words were framed by the word of Yah. What he say? Light be. That was the commandment right there. Then what? Light was. Who performed it? Yeshua. Go read John. Everything was created for him and by him. That's what it say. Matter of fact, let's go to John. Chapter 1. It says, that's exactly what I'm saying. And the seed was counted to him for righteousness, for his righteousness, what he did. Everything. Just keep on listening. That's the seed. It says, and the hold on, I'm gonna go. Let's go. Oh, here we go. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was Yah. He was in the beginning with Yah. All things were made through him, and without him, nothing was made that was made. Yeshua and all of I believe personally, and all the angels, they created this world at the commandment of who? The Most High. Now, faith is the what? The substance of things hoped for. What is faith? That's believing. That's what it is. Faith is the substance of things hoped for. If somebody give you a command, most of us do it because we believe what they're saying. For instance, if I have a chair, I say, I've been walking all day. Oh, I'm tired. Let's just say it's a 400-pound person, man or woman. It don't matter who it is. And they're hoping for a chair just to sit down. And I said, oh, here's a chair. Sit down in it. And they looking at the chair, but they don't believe that. I said, this chair will hold you up. Sit down in it. Go on, sit down in it. If they no, I ain't gonna sit down. The way you show me you believe or have faith is sit in the chair. Faith without what? Works is what? Dead. Faith is the substance, something tangible. Hey, we're gonna show you. Just keep on listening. For by it the elders attained a good report. Through faith, that's the commands. We understand the worlds were framed by the word of Yah, so that things which are seen were not made of things which do appear. But by faith, when Abraham, what was the command? When he was called to go into a place which he should after receive for an inheritance, meaning he obeyed. He obeyed, folks, by faith. Abraham, what was he commanded to do? Come out of Ur, go over here. He did it. Everything the Most High told him to do, he did. Leave up out of there. What did he do? He got up and left. He was called to go out into a place which he should after receive an inheritance. What was his inheritance? Countless seed. That was his inheritance. Stars more plenteous than the stars. He was called to go out into a place which he should after receive an inheritance. He obeyed and he went out, not knowing whether he went, didn't even know where he was going. But because the Most High said it, he did it. But watch this. By faith, he sojourned. He did something in the land of promise, as in a strange country, dwelling in tabernacles with Isaac and Jacob. Those were the seed that the Most High promised him, the heirs with him of the same promise. For he looked for a city which had foundations. What city was that? He looked for a city which had foundations. I'm going to tell you, Abraham never got that. He never got it. Nobody has ever gotten it yet. The city with what? Foundations. What is that? Let's go to Revelation 21:9. Yeah, 400 pounds. Watch this. And there came unto me one of the seven angels, which had the seven vials full of the we talking about New Jerusalem, what? The Lamb's bride. We know it's the great city, but go down to the yellow in the bottom, the 12 gates, Torah in heaven, the 12 tribes, Torah given by Moses. Down at the bottom, verse 14, and the wall of the city had what? 12 foundations. Nobody has ever gotten there yet. But let's go back though. Verse 10, for he looked for a city which had foundations. Brother Ronnie, what you mean? He did go into Canaan, but that wasn't the city that him and his seed and all of the seed from far down is promised. Let me show you. We're going to look at Enoch real quick. We're not going to read all of this. We're just going to show you all of the things we keep talking about today. Righteousness. That's what we're talking about today. Righteousness is doing whatever the Most High say to do. That's what it is. But what did Enoch teach? The instruction of the Most High. He taught the wisdom of Yah and his ways. I'm just skipping down in the yellow. The ways of the Most High. Why are you talking about Enoch? Because we finna see Enoch in the next few verses. He did justice and righteousness. The ways of the Most High. This is, and then this shouldn't say Enoch chapter 3. This is Jasher chapter 3. My bad. I just called a mistake. But teaching them the ways of the Most High. What else did he do? He taught them wisdom and knowledge and gave them divine instructions. What else? In verse 26, he taught them wisdom and knowledge and gave them instruction, and he reproved them. Didn't 2 Timothy 3:16 tell you that? Yes. He taught them everlasting life, meaning nothing but commandments. He taught them what? The ways of the Most High from Enoch, everybody. But I made this little chart right here. This is a little chart. This is Hebrews chapter 11. Watch this. Abel, Enoch, Noah, Abraham, Sarai. These are what we call the heroes of faith. It says, Abel, what was his command? What was the substance? What did the Most High tell him to do? He told him to sacrifice animals. What was Abel hoping for? Acceptance and righteousness. What was the evidence of the things not seen at the time of their obedience? What? Righteousness. What did Abel have to do to get the righteousness? He had to sacrifice the animal. Obedience. That's what we don't get. Enoch, what did he had the faith to be what? Righteous. What was the thing that he hoped for? Not to see death. Why? Because a flood was coming. And what was the evidence at the time? He had not been yet taken away. He had to teach and do what the Most High said. And when Methuselah and Noah got through teaching, all of the people, Methuselah and everybody that was righteous, if you read in Jasher, they were all taken away before the flood came, so they did not see death. That's the faith. Noah, what was the faith? What was the command? The command was build the ark. He believed the Most High said, I'm going to destroy this place. Most High said, build the ark. What did he do? He did it. What did he hope for? His household to be saved. At the time of the commandment, he didn't see surviving the flood, because that's why he built the ark. But none of them have gained interest. Let's look at Abraham. What was the command? Leave Ur the Chaldees. What did he hope for? A seed. He said, what you gonna give me? So the evidence at the time that the Most High told him to leave was Isaac being born and countless seed through Yeshua. Abraham didn't see that at the time the Most High told him to leave, But because he left, the Most High counted that seed to him. Okay, he left because he obeyed me. I'm gonna do this thing. Sarai, what was the command for her? To conceive seed. What did she hope for? Seed. What happened? Isaac was born. She laughed when the angel told her. She laughed. She said, "You laughed." No, she said, "No, I did." He said, "Yes, you did." But let's go back over here. Through faith, Sarah also, watch this, herself received strength. She received strength to conceive seed. What does that mean? She received strength. Most High said, "You and Abraham going." She said, "How am I going to do that, seeing me and my master, we both old? How are we going to do that?" No, through faith. She believed him. She had to get the strength to go in the tent and do the do. That was that's how they didn't have artificial insemination like we do now. They don't. She had to go in the tent with Abraham, and they both had to do what grown-ups do. I don't know. At the time, Abraham was 75 years old at this time. 75. Matter of fact, we did that. This brought that to me, that polygamy class last week. Everybody, Abraham lived 86 years before he got with Hagar. One wife was enough for him for 86 years. I didn't say that in last week's class, but he was with one woman 86 years. And the only reason he got with that second woman was because they was doubting a little bit. But it said, I ain't gonna say they was doubting, they just got tired of waiting. That's what I'll say. Through faith, so through what? Through faith, what was the commandment? You and your man, y'all gonna conceive. She received the strength to conceive seed and was delivered a child. That was the promise. Matter of fact, I didn't put this in here. Now you don't take no faith, you just get in there and do it. I'm just messing with you, Proverbs. Good to see you, sister. Matter of fact, let's go to the first place that God or the Most High made the promise with Abraham. In 12, he said, okay, let's see. This is chapter 12. I should have put this in here. It said, "Now the Most High said to Abram, get out of your country." That's the first command. Question: did Abraham do it? Did he leave? We know it's yes. "From your family and your father's house to a land I will show you, to make you a great nation. I will bless you and make your name great, and you shall be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you. I will curse him who curse you. And in you," what does "in you" mean? "In your seed." In your seed. He said, "I will curse." He said, "And in your seed, in you, all the families of the earth shall be blessed." So as time passes, we get to chapter 15. It says, "After these things, the word of the Most High came to Abraham in a vision, saying, don't be afraid. I am your shield, your exceedingly great." So the very next thing is, because the Most High told him in chapter, "Oh, you're going to be great. And all of the families of the earth will be blessed." All of them will be blessed. But when you get to chapter 15, a little time passed. He's like, "Well, where is that?" But Abram said, "Most High, what will you give me, seeing I go childless? How am I going to do this thing that you telling me that I'm going to do? But I ain't got no." See, Abraham's like, "I don't see the seed yet, man. Where's the seed, Most High? I don't see it yet. Where is it? How am I going to bless everybody with just us?" Eliezer of Damascus, he my servant. He was born in my house. Matter of fact, they said Nimrod gave him Hagar and Eliezer. He got them from Nimrod. That's what traditions say. That's all he had. I'm on this earth 86 years. I ain't got no kids. You talking about my seed gonna be as countless as the stars. Come on now. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and go, because you the Most High, and you showed me that you the only Elohim in the universe that's worthy to be praised. So I'm gonna do what you say do. And the Most High counted it. It what? Everything that he said to Abraham. I'm gonna give it to him. Why? For righteousness. Why? Or because of his righteousness. That's what I'm saying. But anyway, let's go. But it says, and was delivered of a child when she was past age, because she judged him faithful who had promised. Therefore sprang there even of one, and him as good as dead, so many as the stars of the sky in one. How you gonna give me this? That's the it that Abraham was believing for. That's the it that the Most High said, I'm gonna give it to you because you always obey me. We gonna show you. Just watch, keep listening. But it says all of these people, Abraham, Enoch, Sarah, Abel, it said they all died in faith, not having received the promises, but seeing them afar off. Didn't I tell you that he was also looking for a country with foundations? Nobody saying that, no one. But there's one thing that can get you to this place that nobody ain't seen, and that's that seed. What started with Isaac, Jacob, 12 tribes, all the way down to Yeshua HaMashiach. That's the seed. You want to be like that seed. You say Abraham, your daddy, you got to do what everybody in that seed line did. What? Obey righteousness. I'm the seed of Abraham, but you ain't doing no righteousness. All praise, but don't believe me just yet, guys. You gotta, if everything I teach you today, don't just believe me. I might be wrong, but I doubt it. But what it say? Go back. It said these all died in faith, having not received. They died in keeping them commandments. Having not received the promises, but having seen them afar off, were persuaded of them and embraced them. That's why Abraham didn't see no seed at that time. That's why they went with Hagar. He didn't see it at that time. He said, but having seen them afar off and were persuaded of them, they embraced them and confessed that they were strangers and pilgrim on the earth. All of that chart that I just showed you at the time of the commandment, what they were supposed to do, none of them saw what would come for them obeying. Abel, what was he do? Commanded to do what? Offer sacrifices. Why? Because those things was added because of transgressions of Adam. I'm trying to tell you. Matter of fact, do I got it in here? Hold on. No, I didn't put Abel's in there. So I'm gonna go and read Abel's. Let's read Abel's. Hebrews chapter 11. I should have put it in here. I just put chunks in here. It says, by faith, Abel offered to Yah a more excellent sacrifice. The command was sacrifice some meat. What will you hope for? That the Most High will accept it. That's what he hoped for. And the evidence was at the end that he got the righteousness. The Most High. So let's see what it says. It says, by faith, Abel offered to Yah a more excellent sacrifice to Cain, through which he obtained a witness that he was righteous. Same thing with Enoch. Let's read Enoch. It said, by faith, Enoch was taken away that he should not see death, and was not found because the Most High had taken him. Before he was taken, he had this testimony that he pleased Yah. We showed you all of the stuff that he was doing. He wasn't doing it but teaching righteousness. We showed you. He was teaching the ways of the Most High, instruction, the way of eternal life. That's what he was teaching. But they all died in faith. Verse 14, for they that say such things declare plainly that what they seek, a country. And truly, if they had been mindful of that country from whence they came out, they might have opportunity to have returned. But now they desire a better country. That is a heavenly, the place where Yeshua tell you to put your treasures up there. How do you put treasures up there? You can do righteousness. That's the goal right there. The more righteousness you do, them ain't recording angels writing it all down. They writing the bad stuff down too. Wherefore, the Most High is not ashamed to be called their Elohim or their daddy, Abba Yah. For he hath prepared for them a city. By faith, Abraham, when he was tried, offered up Isaac. That's another thing. He just kept on obeying. And when he was tried, he offered up. He was tried to offer up the it that he was promised. Who do that? You gave it to me. Now you telling me to. Oh, well, yeah, it do take a lot of faith. It do. By faith, Abraham, when he was tried, are we going to give you a lesson on tried and tempted today? Tried and tempted ain't the same thing. Offered up Isaac, and he that had received the promises offered up his only begotten son. What only? What you talking about? Did you just forget about Ishmael? No, the promised seed, the it. It said, of whom it was said that in Isaac shall thy seed be called. Accounting that, watch this, accounting that the Most High was able to raise him up even from the dead, from whence also he received him in him a figure. What figure? Yeshua, a type and a shadow. But let's look at that word tried. That word tried is parazo. It means tempt, try, tempter, prove, assay, examine, to go about, to try. Whether it said to try, Brother Runner, you just said tried don't mean tempt. Just hang on. To try whether a thing can be done, to attempt, endeavor, to try, make a trial of test for the purpose of ascertaining his quality or what he thinks or how he will behave himself. I'm going to tell you, the Most High don't tempt. He tries. The devil tempts. Even though tempt and try can mean the same thing, but when you see this, you will see what I'm saying. Because most people who don't like the Bible, they will say, the Bible contradicts itself. That's what they'll say. The Bible contradicts itself. What do you mean, Brother Ronnie? James 1:12-16. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, that's dokimos, that's the same word. When it says study to show thyself approved, that word approved is dokimos. For when he is tried or approved, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Most High have promised to them that love him, which is keeping commandments. Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of Yah. For Yah cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempted he any man. So this is where they say, wait a minute. The Bible in Genesis says that the Most High tempted Abraham. It do say that. I will admit it do say that. It does say that. But we're going to explain it to you. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. Then when lust hath conceived, it bringeth forth sin, and sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death. Do not err, my beloved brethren. But we're going to look up the word. We're going to look at Genesis where the Most High, what the Most High James just said the Most High don't tempt nobody. But in Genesis, it said, in the King James, it said God did tempt Abraham. But upon closer inspection, all other translations said he tested Abraham. The Most High test. It's only one tempter. The Most High don't tempt. He tests you. Same Greek word, but every Hebrew word carries a multitude of meanings. People don't know that. But New NIV said the Most High tested Abraham. New Living said he tested. English Standard tested. Berean Standard tested. King James says tempt. So these people that hate the Bible, you just don't understand the Bible. Now it came to pass out of these things that the Most High tested. All these say he tested. All right, let's go. Genesis 22:1. And it came to pass after these things that the Most High did tempt Abraham. That's what it say. It do say that. It say tempt. But I already told you it can mean to try or to prove. We're going to show you. Let's go to Jasher. We gonna go to we gonna show you where Abraham was tested, not tempted, but somebody else did some tempting. That's why I say, when you get you one of these. Is everybody with me up until this point? I hope I ain't lost nobody. Is everybody with me? We got 13 likes. Get them up, y'all. That helps us out a lot. My wife, are you understanding? She said yes. As the Most High, this is when the Most High was gonna test and try Abraham. Watch this. This is Isaac and Ishmael talking to one another. As the Most High liveth, the Most High, my father, as the Most High liveth, the Elohim of my father Abraham, Isaac said, if the Lord should say unto my father, take now thy son Isaac and bring him up and offer him before me, Isaac said, I would not refrain, but I would joyfully accede to do it. Most High heard it. And the Most High heard the word that Isaac spoke to Ishmael. And it seemed good in the sight of the Most High. And he thought to try. Even Joshua know it's try, not tempt. To try, not tempt. That's why it's okay to get you another translation of the Bible. I love the King James, but I study the King James. You think, oh, see, they think they're going to get you. See, look at here. It said that the Most High don't tempt nobody. But back here it said he tempted Abraham. What you got to say about that? Oh, you say you still stuck on how it doesn't refer to faith. It really does. He believed. The faith is he believed. Because he believed, what did he do? He obeyed. And the thing that was promised to him, the it is the promise. That's what I'm trying to say. The it is the promise. The Most High accredited the thing that he was going to give him because of Abraham's faith or belief in him. That's the thing I'm trying to say. Because that's why he told him, I'm your reward. And Abraham said, you my reward? Well, where's that? I ain't got no seed. That's what Abraham was on. But even though Abraham, he kept doing what he was saying, but he was like, well, where the seed at, man? You told me this when I was 75. Now I'm 86. Now I got to go into Hagar. Where the seed at? But yeah, we can talk later. The it is what was promised to him. He counted it to him. He didn't count faith to him. He accounted what he promised him because of his faith. That's what I'm trying to say. But the Most High, let's see him try, not tempt Abraham. Now, this seed that was promised to him that he received because him obeying, he received Isaac because he obeyed. He received Isaac because he did what? He obeyed. Matter of fact, let's go back to Genesis real quick. Now, if Abraham never left out of Babylon, it would have never been counted to him. It would never have been accounted to him at all. So, well, you want me to leave Babylon now, man? I've been here a while. He can give me the seed right up in here. What does it matter? Abraham, you can't stay there. He already tried to kill you. What do you think he would try to do to your seed? Get out of there. All right, I want to show you something. Because we see verse 12, he was promised to have a whole bunch of, you're gonna be a great nation, and you're gonna bless everybody in the earth. So that's kind of hard to, like me. Most High said, you're gonna do this and that, man. I'm on a computer. How am I gonna do all this? I'm on a computer. I don't have no building. My family laughing at me. Oh, he a preacher, but he ain't got no church. He don't have no building. It's in his living room. Now he online. I believe the Most High. So how do I believe him? So he's gonna count me everything, a huge following, a building, all of that. Because what? I'm obeying him on a week-to-week basis. So in chapter 12, you're gonna be a great nation. Chapter 15, you're gonna be a great nation. But Abraham, like, how? Then you get to chapter 17, the Most High, Abraham's still looking. He was like, so the Most High said, all right, I'm gonna give you a sign of this covenant that I'm making with you. That's a hard thing to believe. I'm almost 100 and my wife old too. You talking about we gonna have a whole lot of seed. It's been 86 years since I got Hagar and I still ain't. You done told me that. I done left my mama, I done left my dad, I done left all. Oh boy. I done left everything. Now watch this. But anyway, Isaac is the one that said, Isaac sparked all this. And the day arrived when the sons of God came and placed themselves before Yahweh, before the Lord, and Satan also came with the sons of God before the Lord. Oh, this is the same thing that happened in Job chapter 1, the same thing that happened in Job chapter 2. But watch this. And the Most High said unto Satan, whence comest thou? And Satan answered the Most High and said, from going to and fro in the earth and from walking up and down in it. And the Most High said to Satan, what is thy word to me concerning all the children of the earth? Satan, guess what? He was one of those people. He caused them, you can read in Enoch, he caused them watcher class angels to fall. And Satan answered and said, going to and from in the earth. And the Most High said to Satan, what is thy word to me concerning all the children of the earth? And Satan answered the Most High and said, I have seen all the children of the earth who serve thee and remember thee when they require anything from thee. And when thou givest them the thing which they require from thee, they sit at their ease and forsake thee. When everything going good, they forget about you and they remember thee no more. But the Most High said, hast thou seen Abraham the son of... Oh, no. I think this is Satan talking. It said, hast thou seen Abraham the son of Terah, who at first had no children? He had no seed. And he served thee and erected altar to thee whenever he came. And he brought up offerings upon thee. And he proclaimed thy name continually to all the children of the earth. He did this when he was believing for the kid. But when the kid show up, he stopped praising you. That's what the devil was saying. But again, let's look at it again. It says, hast thou seen Abram the son of Terah, who at first had no children? He didn't have no children. But the Most High said, leave up out of there. He left and he served thee. He obeyed. He obeyed. So later on, the Most High gives the thing that he counted to him. He said, because he obeyed me, I'm going to give him the seed that he so desires. But let's see. But Satan says, and he erected altars to thee wherever he came, and he brought up offerings upon them, and he proclaimed thy name continual to all the children of the earth. That's what Hebrews do. Are you a Hebrew? If you're a Hebrew, you should be proclaiming the Most High's name continually to all the children of the earth, because we're seeds of Abraham. That's how we're going to be a blessing to the rest of the world, all the other nations. And now that his son Isaac is born to him, he got the promised seed. He got you promised him. He has made a great feast for all the inhabitants of the land, and the Most High he has forgotten. Quit lying, Satan. Abraham did not forget him. It says, for amidst all that he has done, he brought thee no offering, neither burnt offering nor peace offering, neither ox nor lamb. Why is Abraham not bringing none of this? Because Abraham always obeys the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments. He desires obedience rather than sacrifice, Satan. Oh, yeah. Okay. No problem, Rihanna. So let's keep it pushing. Verse 53. Even from good to see you. From that time of his son's birth to now, being 37. See, they try to make you think that Isaac was a little baby. Yeah, daddy, a little 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old. Daddy, we going up to the mountain? No, he was 37 years old. Even from the time of his son's birth to now, this still Satan talking. Being 37, the devil know how old you are. Being 37 years, he built no altar before thee, nor brought any offering to thee, for he saw that thou didst give what he requested before thee, and he therefore forsook thee. Lying. The devil is the accuser. And the Most High said to Satan, hast thou thus considered my servant Abraham? For there is none like him in the earth, and perfect and upright. Ain't none like him. What do you mean ain't none like him? Ain't none like him that do everything I ask him to do. A perfect and upright man before me. Well, but didn't he say that about Job? Yeah, Job and Abraham were two different dudes. Tradition said that Job was doing some other stuff before he became righteous. And the Most High said to Satan, hast thou thus considered? Do you see he do that? He do everything I say. A perfect and upright man before me, one that feareth Yah and avoided evil as I live. Were I to say to him, bring up Isaac thy son before me, he would not withhold him from me. Much more if I told him to bring up a burnt offering before me from his flock. And Satan answered and said, Lord, and answered the Lord and said, speak then now unto Abraham as thou hast said, and thou will see whether he will not this day transgress, that sin, or cast aside thy words. Are you casting aside his words, his righteousness? Righteousness is just doing whatever he says, like Abraham. And if you do, you get the promises. What are the promises? A whole lot of stuff. Eternal life, New Jerusalem. So who is the tempter? We know Satan is the tempter. And when the tempter, Satan, came to him, he said, if thou be the son of Yah, command these stones be made bread. Let's go back to Jasher. And while Abraham was, this is when they on their way to sacrifice Isaac, because the Most High is trying him, but the devil is tempting him. The commandment is sacrifice your son. And while Abraham was proceeding with Isaac, his son, along the road, Satan came and appeared to Abram in a figure of a very aged man, humble and contrite. And so the Bible said that Satan can transform himself. He can transform himself into things. And he approached Abraham and said to him, art thou silly or brutish that thou goest to do this thing this day to thine only son? For Yah gave thee a son in thy latter days, in thy old age, and wilt thou go and slaughter him this day because he committed no violence? And wilt thou cause the soul of thy only son to perish from the earth? Dost thou now not know and understand this thing cannot be from the Lord? This the devil saying this. For the Most High cannot do unto a man such evil upon earth to say to him, go slaughter that child. Abraham heard this and knew that it was the word of Satan, who endeavored to draw him aside from the way of the Most High. Whatever he says. But Abraham would not hearken to the voice of Satan, who hearkening to. And Abraham rebuked him so that he went away. That's what James 4:7 say. Submit yourselves therefore to Yah, what? To his word. Resist the devil and he will flee from you. And Satan returned and came to Isaac, and he appeared unto Isaac in the figure of a young man, comely and well favored. And he approached, watch this, verse 30, and he approached Isaac. Now the devil approaching Isaac. Dost thou not know and understand that thy old silly father bringeth thee to the slaughter this day for thy naught? Now, therefore, my son, do not listen nor attend to him, for he is a silly old man, and let not thy precious soul and beautiful figure be lost from the earth. And Isaac heard this and said to Abraham, hast thou heard, my father, that which this man has spoken? Even thus he has spoken. And Abraham answered his son Isaac and said, take heed of him and do not listen to his words, nor attend to him, for he is Satan. They tell you ain't got to keep the Sabbath. You said, take heed of him and do not listen to his word, nor attend to him, for he is Satan. They tell you can eat pigs, same thing. And what is he trying to do? Endeavoring to draw us aside this day from the commands of Yah. Most High said, Abraham, get out of there. Leave there. Go to a land that I'm going to show you. Abraham believed him. How did he believe him? He left. He left. And the Most High counted the thing that he promised to him for righteousness, for his righteousness, for him obeying him. And Abraham still rebuked Satan, and Satan went from them, and seeing he could not prevail over them, he hid himself from them. And he went and passed before them in the road, and he transformed himself to a large brook of water in the road. And Abraham and Isaac and his 2 young men reached that place, and they saw a brook large and powerful as the mighty waters. And they entered the brook and passed through it, and the waters reached to their legs. And when they went deeper into the brook, the water's up to their neck. And they were all terrified on account of the water. And while they was going over the brook, Abraham recognized the place, and he knew that there was no water there before. And Abraham said to his son Isaac, I know this place in which there was no brook nor water. Now, therefore, it is Satan who does all this to us to draw us aside this day from the commands of Yah. Rebuke the devil. Submit yourself to the Most High. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. Verse 39, what did he say? Verse 38, and Abraham rebuked him and said to him, the Most High rebuke thee, O Satan, be gone from us, for we go by the commands of Yah. And Satan was terrified at the voice of Abraham, and he went away. He fled away. But let's go to Hebrews 12, 1 through 2. Wherefore, seeing, because of all these Sarah, all these cloud of witnesses, Abraham, Abel, Enoch, Sarah, and many others, they all died in faith, not receiving the promises that you and I seek today. Wherefore, seeing we are all compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight. That's a weight, a burden. Yeshua, and the sin which doth so easily beset us, and let us run with patience in the race that is set before us, looking unto Yeshua, the author and finisher of our faith. How is he the author and finisher of our faith? He obeyed the Most High, even unto death as well. Will you? We got to do what he does. The author, what does he mean? That's his words. All of it. The whole book is his words. He's the author. He the living word. It's a book that Yeshua is the author because he is the word of Yah. This word is your faith. Do you believe this word? If you believe this word, you will do this word, and the it for you will be all of the promises that it promises you. The word, man, I'm trying to tell you, we don't know what faith is. I'm just trying to tell you now, faith is the substance. That's the commandment, folks, of things hoped for. That's New Jerusalem. We all hoping for New Jerusalem. The evidence of the things not seen. No one has entered into New Jerusalem. That's for us. This is the faith is the substance. If you believe, you do. Let's go to Galatians, because they love the guys like, get out of Paul. Sometimes, brothers and sisters, I will admit this. Sometimes I said, man, I just wish Paul's writing weren't in the Bible. If his words weren't in the Bible, it wouldn't be nothing. Wouldn't be none of all this confusion. People stumble at his words. They stumble at his words. Galatians 3, 2 through 9. This only could what I learned from you. He talking about you, old foolish Galatians, the Gaul people, the Celtic people. Receive ye the Spirit by the works of the law or by the hearing of faith? Oh, there we go. The hearing of faith. How do you hear something abstract? You have to hear the hearing of faith. What is that? The substance, the commands of Yah. Are you so? See, they see works of law and they just assume that, oh, see, that's the Creflo Dollar thing, that's the Big 10. That's what he think it is. No, it's not. Are you so foolish? Having begun in the spirit, are now made perfect by the flesh? Have you suffered so many things in vain, if it be yet in vain? He therefore that ministered to you the spirit and worketh miracles among you, doth he by the works of the law? See, there they go. See? That's works of the law. Or by the hearing of faith, even as Abraham believed, and the seed was credited to him For what? Righteousness. Abraham believed. He had faith in what the Most High said, and it was accounted to him. Question: did Abraham get the seed? Yes. Who was it? Isaac shall thy seed be called. Who did Isaac have? Jacob. Who did Jacob have? Jacob had his 12 tribes and that one daughter, Dinah. And it kept going on. You can go look at the on and on and on till it gets to Yeshua. And that's how all of the nations can be blessed if they take hold of the ways of the Most High. Know ye therefore which is righteousness. Know ye therefore that they which are of faith, the same are the children of Abraham. And the scripture foreseeing that Yah would justify the heathen through faith, preached before the gospel unto Abraham, saying, in thee. And how would all the nations be blessed in him? The seed line. The seed line. It wasn't through Ishmael. No, his seed should not be called Ishmael. His seed shall be called Isaac. Shall thy seed be called? Not Eliezer of Damascus. He said, no, we're gonna do it at your own body. Some say that Eliezer came from a concubine named Meshach, but the Bible don't say that. And the Most High said he gonna come out your own bowels. But it said, and that was even before Ishmael. It says, and the scripture foreseeing that Yah would justify the heathen through faith, preached before the gospel unto Abraham, saying, in thee shall all nations be blessed. How? Through the it, which is the seed, which was Isaac, which is also the what? The word, because Yeshua is the word. And Abraham and all his children, he said, I ain't gonna hide none from Abraham, because I know he'll command his household and all those after him. Was Israel his household? Yeah. Did they know the ways of the Most High? Yeah. So then they which be of faith are blessed with faithful Abraham. Is faith separated from the law? Because when they read this, they think it is. For as many are of the works of the law. There they go again. There they go. No, the works of the law are the sacrifices and tradition. The works of the law are under a curse. For it is written, cursed everyone that continueth not in all things which are written in the book of the law to do them. But that no man is justified by the law is sacrifices and traditions, folks. Is not thou shalt honor thy mother and father. You will be justified, because when judgment day come up, they're gonna go down the line. Okay, let's see, what did he do? Did he worship other Elohims? Nope, he didn't. No, so he justified because he didn't. Did he honor his mom and daddy? Yes, he did. So he justified in that area because he did. Oh, did he murder anybody? No, he didn't even think to murder nobody. Check that off. Check that. He said, check that out. He's justified because he didn't. But it is said, it is evident, for the just shall live by faith. I'm going to tell you, because I skipped Romans 2:13, because they'll try to say, see, he just said no man is justified by the law. But in Romans 2:13, Paul said, for not hearers of the law are just before God, but the doers of the law shall be justified. So that means he's talking about something else. For it is evident, the just shall live by faith. What is that? See, they said, so this is what they say. The law of Moses is not of faith. That's what they say. We don't understand the word ek, which means outside. It should say the law is not outside of faith. See, Paul, what he do is, if you read in Romans, he talked about a whole bunch of different kind of law. He talked about the law of God, the law of sin, the law of life, the law of liberty. He talked about all kinds of laws. And sometimes in his writings, he flip-flopped between each one. The context lets you know which one he talking about. Go watch our class, What If He Did It? And go watch our class, Paul. It's just called Paul. It says Christ have redeemed us from the curse of the law, which is what? Death. That now he talking about the law of sin and death. And that's what he talking about right there. Being made a curse for us, for it is written, cursed is everyone that hangeth on a tree, that the blessings of Abraham might come on the Gentiles through that seed. Is Yeshua the seed? Type 1 if Yeshua is the seed, guys. If you believe that he is the seed, that all of the nations shall be blessed through which came through Abraham, that he might receive the promise of the Spirit through faith. But what are the works of the law? People have no idea that the works of the law is what the Levites had to do. You had the words of the law, which were the law, statutes, and commandments. And then you had the work of the law, which was what? Which is what? What people did. No, you good, Nelly. You can rewind. So you got the words, which are the commandments, and then you have the works of the law, is which if you break any of those things, the Levites got to do a sacrifice for you. That's what we don't get. So when Paul said works of the law, people get all twisted. Oh, that means we ain't got to do that. Does that make sense? Then they say, well, yeah, we don't do them laws, but we do the moral law. Where's the word moral law in the Bible? It ain't in there. Sir, uno, draw 4. It says, and the Most High, we're going to show you what the work is. See, I told you it's okay to get you another translation. In Numbers 18, we don't read all this, but it says, and behold, I give the children of Levi all the 10th in Israel for an inheritance, for their service which they serve, even the service of the tabernacle of the congregation. What went on there? Sacrifices. Paul is just saying you're not justified by sacrifices. Neither must the children of Israel henceforth come nigh to the tabernacle of the congregation, lest they bear sin and die. But the Levites shall do the service of the tabernacle. But the tithes of, but let's look at it. But the tithes of the children of Israel, which they who? The Levites, this meat shall be the tithe. Your pastor is, and that's why I said fine, funny, Creflo all in the front, but he doing the Levitical law. But recently he said he was wrong about that. Oh, we shouldn't be tithing. He know that now. He said that's part of the law. If I say the law done away with, we can't do that either. Y'all forgive me. Burn my books, burn my tapes. Now, brother, send me my money back. How about that? But the service. But let's look up that word service. It's that word is abodah. Labor, service, labor, work, labor, servant or slave, work. Now let's go to a better translation. That in this particular era, it says what? I give the Levi, the children of Levi, all the tithes in Israel as an inheritance in turn for the work. Are you justified by the works of the law? When you sin, some gotta die. So bring a sheep, bullock, lamb, turtle doves, pigeons, not pigs. People, I don't offer up meat to idols and all that. Yes, you do. On Christmas. When you put that pig on the grill, and then who you saying to Yeshua and the Most High, you saying this to them. Oh, happy birthday, Yeshua. We gonna eat this ham in your honor, using the Most High name for Nimrod, to worship Nimrod. Stop that. That's work you doing. You're doing the same. Barbecuing on the grill ain't new. That's what they would do, is a grill outside the tabernacle. But work, the Message Bible calls it work. I'm giving the Levites all the tithes of Israel as they're paid for the work. It's the Levites and only the Levites who are to work. NIV, work. You see it, but get to Galatians. Brethren, I speak after the manner of men, though it be but a man's covenant, yet if it be confirmed, no man disannulleth it or added into it. Now to Abraham and his seed were the promises made. You know, the Most High counted that to him. He accredited, I'm going to do this for him. He gave it to him he gave him the things on credit. Now, Abraham and his seed were the promises made. What was the promise? That you're going to bless everybody. I'm going to make you great. Your seed going to be numerous as the stars. And he said, not unto seeds, not Ishmael, not Eliezer of Damascus, but as he said, as of many, but as of one, and to thy seed, which is Christ. They all, or Hamashiach, they all go back to Abraham. And this he only got all of this seed. Why? Because he believed and obeyed. Now, you can't just say you believe, and now believing and obeying, they're the same thing. If I believe something, let's just say you tell me, all right, brother, you say you need your utility bill $500. I'm gonna give you that $500. I'm gonna pay your bill for you. I'm gonna do it for you. I'm gonna pay it. So I'm gonna pay it for you. You ain't gonna even have to go up there. But you go up there Friday to go up there to see if it got paid. You didn't believe that I was gonna do that for you. Man, stop. But he's saying, I say this, that the covenant, which was confirmed before of the Most High in Hamashiach, the law, which was 430. See, the law is 430 years. After they got the law, what did Moses do? He took a bowl, mixed some blood in there, he sprinkled it on the people. That's all that is, guys. For the inheritance, if the inheritance be of the law, animal sacrifices, it is no more a promise, but Yah made it to Abraham by promise. Wherefore, now watch this. Wherefore then serveth the law? It was added because of transgressions, till the seed should come to whom the promise was made. Okay, so wherefore serveth the law? It was added because of transgression. Where did transgressions came from? Adam. Till the seed. Who is the seed? Till the seed. At this time, it's talking about Yeshua. Should come. The sacrificial law, the works of the law was added till Yeshua should come to whom the promise was made. Who was the promise made to? Abraham. And it was ordained by the angels in the hand of a mediator. Now, a mediator is not a mediator, but one, but Yah. If the law then is now watch this. They always forget this. Is the law then against the promises of Yah? He said, no, I'm not saying that to y'all. He said, for if there had been a law given which could not have given life, verily righteousness should have been made by the law. But the scripture have concluded all under sin. So you know he's talking about the law of sin. That the promise of faith of Yeshua HaMashiach might be given to them that believe. To them that the promise, but the promise by faith, What was the promise? What did the Most High promise Abraham? A seed. By faith of Yeshua might be given to them that believe. What does he mean by that? How do we get that promise? How do we get the promise that nobody ain't seen, that they all died in faith wanting? How do we get it? We got to obey righteousness. But before faith came, we were kept under the law, shut up unto the faith which should afterwards be revealed. He said, but before faith came, we were kept under the law. What law? The law. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to show it to you. Let's go and show it to you. Genesis chapter 3, 14 to 15. Because and then we skip to 20 to 21. And the Most High said to the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed. That's the curse. Above all cattle and above every beast of the field, upon thy belly thou shalt go, and dust shalt thou eat all the days of your life. And I will and he said, Satan, I will put enmity between thee, you devil, and the woman, and between thy seed and who? Her seed. It shall bruise thy head. The seed shall bruise your head, and thou shalt bruise the seed's heel. It is the seed. And it was given to Abraham because of his faith, because he believed, because he obeyed. And Adam called his wife Eve, and because she was the mother of all living, and Adam also and to his seed did the Most High God make coats of skin. He added this law right here, this works of the law, because the same one that Abel did, and this was added till that seed, which he just said right there. He gonna put enmity, hatred. What's the hatred? They love to sin. He loves to do righteousness. But go back. It says, verse 23, but before faith came, we were kept under the law of sin, shut up into the faith which should afterwards be revealed. When Yeshua came, he revealed how to keep the law. Wherefore the law was our schoolmaster to bring us unto Christ, that we might be justified by faith. What? Obedience. We are no longer under a schoolmaster. We no longer honor animal sacrifices, folks. This is not the schoolmaster. This is the faith. You hear me? You got to keep the faith. This is the faith. This is not the schoolmaster. The animal sacrifice, that was the schoolmaster. What did it teach you? Okay, you just did this. Now we got to slay this animal. That animal represents you. It should have been you. Yeah, decline that swine. I ain't got no time for no swine. But faith is not outside of the law. Yeshua in Matthew 4:4, he said we got to we got to live by every word. We got to live by it. You got to live by the law. Do you understand that? Psalm 119:86, all thy commandments are faithful. They're full of faith. They are the faith. If you keep them, you believe them. That's what I'm trying to say. And if you obey, if you do, he will give you give you righteous seed too. And that righteous seed begat more righteous seed, and more and more and more. Do it. And he'll give you all the stuff that come with it, like a nice house, nice car. He'll give you all that. You can read the rest of this on your own. We don't understand this word ek. It's not, the law is not outside of faith. The law it's not out. That's what he said. That's what Paul was saying. They said the law is outside of faith. No, or the law is not of faith. The law is not outside of faith. Why? Because what he just say right here. He says in Psalm 119:86, all thy commandments. No, not some of them. All of them are faithful, full of faith. The commandments are faith. That's what we live by. The faith. This is the faith. Type 1 if you believe the commandments are the faith. Because if you don't, you believe that abstract mess. But anyway, the same thing. Let's go. Yeshua, Matthew 23:23. 23, 1-4, and then we skip to 23. It's the faith, folks. It's the faith. Keep the faith. Then spake Yeshua to the multitude and to his disciples, saying, I know it sounded a little weird earlier. No, brother, it is the faith. No, it don't even, when you break everything all down, it don't make sense. Because I used to be like, well, wait, what is this? And then, see, that's what Christianity has made us believe. Then spake Yeshua to the multitudes and to his disciples, saying, the scribes and the Pharisees said, this is how you obey to explain to your family members what faith really is. They think it's just, I just believe and you ain't got to do nothing. What? All therefore, Yeshua, this is a week before he finna die. He said, everything the scribes and Pharisees tell you to do, observe and do it. But don't do after their works or their traditions. Verse 23, he said that they omitted the way. You read that on your own. We don't understand ek. And because in the Bible, it says this, and ye yourselves will be like men that will wait for their master when he return from the wedding. If they wait when he returned from the wedding, that means they missed the wedding. No, for the wedding. But let's keep it pushing. We almost done. Habakkuk 2, 1-4. And watch this. We don't understand what faith is. We don't. Habakkuk 2, 1. Habakkuk. I never know how to pronounce that. Yes, keep baby alive. I like that. You said one, heart one. Uno. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Most High answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables. These ain't the same tables you're talking about, but we supposed to look at these tables and run. If we read them, run mean you do it. Run with it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie, though it tarry. Wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith. LXX, but Septuagint says by my faith. The just shall live by the Most High's faith. Yeshua said that man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of Yah. The faith is the commandments. It's the substance of things hoped for. If you obey him, you will get that thing which you hope for. What did Abraham hope for? Some kids, man. Type of one if you wanted his kids. Romans 1:16, 16 through 18. For I am not ashamed of the gospel of Yeshua, for it is the power of Yah unto salvation to everyone that believeth, to the Jew first and also to the Greek. For therein is the righteousness of God revealed from faith to faith. I put Abraham and Yeshua in there because that's who it's talking about. It started with Abraham. It ends with that righteous seed. As it is written, the just shall live by faith. LXX, the Septuagint, which is older than the Masoretic text, what we read, it says the just shall live by my faith. For the wrath of Yah is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and all unrighteousness of men who hold the truth in unrighteousness. What's the truth? The law is the truth. We read it already. So, because it said from faith to faith, from Abraham to Yeshua, and from grace to grace, or grace for grace. But then they say, but grace, it said, verse 16, it says, well, I read verse 14. It says, the word or the law was made flesh and dwelt among us. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Type one in there if you are a seed of Abraham, a seed, an offspring of Abraham. And you know, wait a minute now, Abraham, it's just ... Matthew 1:1. I'm gonna show you this real quick. I think I put this in the thing. It said this is the book and genealogy of Yeshua HaMashiach, the seed that came all the way from Abraham through Isaac, through Jacob, through the 12 tribes, and so on and so forth. It's under and the son of David, the son of Abraham. David, if David is our kinfolk, Abraham our kinfolk. It says, and the word, the law became flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory, the glory as of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. John bare witness of him and cried, saying, this was he of whom I spake. He that cometh after me is preferred before me, for he was before me, and the fullness have we received, and grace, I said as Moses, for grace, that's Yeshua, for the law, go watch our grace class. We explain all this out. For the law, that is the grace. The grace, because when he said, don't eat the apple, oh, why do I keep saying apple? Don't eat the fruit. Don't eat the fruit, and you eat the fruit, that was Adam's righteousness. He ate the fruit. Most High said don't. That was his righteousness. And Adam and Eve, they ate the fruit. That was their righteousness. That was their filthy rags. And what were they filthy rags? Them rags, them leaves they put on themselves. No, you need to be clothed in the righteousness that the Most High give you. But grace and truth. See, they put but grace. No, that's not in the original manual. It said grace and truth came by Yeshua. It don't say but. That's added. Do your research. Oh boy. But We're not going to read all this for the sake of time, but what I want you to get down to is verse 38. It said, now the just shall live by faith, but if any man draw back, my soul have no pleasure in him. It say the same thing in Habakkuk. But let's go to Yeshua, because what we talking about today, righteousness. Think not that I've come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am come not to destroy, but he said, don't think. Creflo, we ain't got to even do the Big Ten. Yeshua said, I ain't destroyed that. Knucklehead, get them folks their money back. Get them folks their money back. I was a big Creflo supporter, so I can talk about him. Think not that I come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill, do, perform. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, both of them still out there. One jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law till all of it be fulfilled. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these commandments and teach men so, he shall be called least. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. For I say unto you that except your righteousness, yours, like Adam them ate the fruit, Most High said that ain't food for you. They said it is food for us. Filthy righteousness. They put on their own fig leaves. Most High said that's filthy. Put this on. Put this that is added because of your transgression till the seed that I'm going to give to Abraham, because I foreknow that he will have faith and will believe and keep my commandments. You keep doing that till the seed come. Because guess what? It called Abel righteous for that sacrifice he made. It called him righteous. That was the standard till the seed showed up. For I say unto you that except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees, ye shall in no case. You better, don't be doing your righteousness like them, wearing their tassels extra long, washing their hand with special cups and pictures. Oh, this gonna make no, man. Do what he said. But I'm just telling y'all, get y'all a Erdman's handbook to the Bible. Get you one, because it said that the Old Testament is quoted all throughout the New Testament, all day, every day. Oh boy. We just read that. That's a double. I shouldn't have put that in there. This is just to put it on you. The faith is the commandments. The commandments full of faith. They full of faith. Let's go to Hebrews 3. 1 through 19, it says, Yeshua greater than Moses. Wherefore, holy brethren, partaking of the heavenly calling, consider the apostle and high priest of our profession, Yeshua HaMashiach, who was faithful to him that appointed him, as also Moses was faithful. Moses was faithful in all his house. Faith, what is it? Faithful, full of faith. Moses obeyed the commandments in all his house. For this man was counted worthy of more glory than Moses. Why? Because Yeshua never sinned. Moses did. How? He struck the rock. He killed somebody, even though he was, in self-defense. And I'm just gonna say this too. I didn't put this in the class last week, but a sister, she emailed me. It was like, what about Moses? I said, sister, I left him out on purpose. And the reason why I left him out on purpose is because, he was married to Zipporah. He was married to Zipporah, but him and Zipporah separated. And we don't have no idea when, and 40 years later, he married the Cushite woman, the Ethiopian Cushite woman. And so they'll try to say, Moses had more than one wife. No, him and Zipporah separated. We never saw her coming back, no time or place. He sent her back to Jethro. And then later he married the Cushite woman. See what I'm saying? Shouldn't have married no Midianite. They don't want to practice circumcision. You see what I'm saying? But see, Moses had some things that he was dealing with. He didn't want to sacrifice. He didn't want to circumcise his son that he had with Zipporah, because her father said, Jethro said, don't let him do that to him. So Moses was faithful in all his house as best he could, but Yeshua was faithful in all his house. He didn't sin at all. That's why he had more glory than Moses. And as much he who builded the house have more honor than the house. For every house is builded by some, but he that built all things is Yah. And Moses was faithful in all his house as a servant. What do you mean? They were Moses was a Levite too. Y'all didn't know that? What the Levites did? Work. Moses he didn't perform no sacrifice. Who the world you think put the blood on the people? Hold on, I gotta show you. Who you think put the blood on the people? Let's go to Exodus real quick. I believe it's chapter 32. I don't know. Yeah, I'm getting in trouble. No, it ain't 32. Hold up. Let me see. When did he sprinkle the blood? Here you go. Verse 20, chapter 24. It says, and Moses wrote all the words of the Most High. He rose early in the morning and built an altar. Moses, a Levite, he built an altar. What else did he do? At the foot of the mountain, and 12 pillars according to the 12 tribes. And he sent the young men of Israel, children of Israel, who offered burnt offerings and sacrificed peace offering of the oxen. And Moses took higher than everybody. He hired an Aaron and Miriam. He said, y'all go kill these animals. Bring me the blood black, and he sprinkled it on the folks. And Moses was verily faithful in all his house as a servant for a testimony of those things which were to be spoken after. But Yeshua as a son over his own house, whose house we are, if we hold fast the confidence and the rejoicing of the hope, the things that we hope for. How do we get what we hope for? We got to do. You got to do it to the end. Paul, whoever wrote Hebrews, say you got to do it to the end. Wherefore, as the Holy Ghost saith, if you go in the Psalms, you can find this. Today, if we hear his voice, harden not your hearts, as in the provocation is talking about Egypt. When your fathers tempted me, proved me, and saw my works 40 years, wherefore I was grieved with that generation. They do always err in their heart. They have not known my ways. I'm going to need 15 more minutes, y'all. So I swear in my wrath, they shall not enter my rest. Take heed, brethren, lest there be any of you of an evil heart of unbelief, which ain't none but disobedience. They don't know his way. The children of Israel didn't know his ways. He said, but verse 19, skip down to verse 19. He says, so we see that they could not enter in because of unbelief. That's disobedience. He said, let us therefore fear lest a promise being left of us entering into his rest of any of you should seem to come short of it. It said, for unto us, the writer of Hebrews said, for us the gospel was preached as well as unto them. Who? Egypt. Not Egypt, the children of Israel when they left Egypt in the wilderness. They got the same. The gospel, go watch our class, What is the Gospel? The gospel ain't changed. The blood changed. That's it. Yeshua's blood replaced animals' blood. The works of the law. Adam doing works of the law. Noah doing works of the law. Abel doing works of the law. Abraham even made sacrifices too. That just preceded. Most High was the first one to do that work of the law right there. When he slaughtered them animals for Adam and Eve. But skip down. Same. It said verse 3, for we which have believed do enter the rest. If you believe, you enter in because you do. As he said, I have sworn in my wrath, if they shall enter my rest, although the works were finished from the foundation of the world, for he hath in a certain place of a 7 day on this wise, and Yah did rest the 7th day from all his works. And in this place again, if they shall enter into my rest, seeing therefore it remaineth that some must enter therein. And they to whom it was first preached did not enter into the land of Canaan. Why? Because of unbelief or disobedience. You can't change unbelief to disobedience. I don't know if I put it in here. I thought I did, but I guess I didn't. But I had a chart of showing you more modern translation. All of them say unbelief is disobedience. All of them. But let's go to Psalms, because we got these things called the gates of righteousness. The Most High is my strength and song. Moses, whoever wrote this, I think it was David. The Most High, it was David. And the Most High is my strength and song, and it's become my salvation. The voice of rejoicing and salvation is in the tabernacle of the righteous. What they do? They do what he say. We saw Sarah, we saw Abel. What did he do? Most High said, offer these sacrifices. He did it. He righteous. Enoch, walk with me, please me. He get took away. And Sarah got enough strength to get in the tent and get down on the get down. You hear me? Noah believed and built the ark. What did he get? What was the promise that he was promised? What was the it that he was promised? That y'all, I'm gonna save you and your household. It was, man. If you do it, I will save you. If you keep this sacrifice, Abel, you will be righteous. Enoch, if you please me, you will be taken away. Sarah, if you do get down on the get down, then you will have a seed. Abraham, that seed that I give you and her, they're going to be numerous. Yes, they are brothers. I have to check on it, but I don't believe he was I don't believe that he was an Israelite. I don't believe that he was a Midianite. The Bible doesn't say that Midianites were. I could be wrong, but it doesn't say that Midianites were Hebrews. It don't say that. Could be, but it don't say that. It says, open to me the gates of right. Oh, I skipped something. The right hand of the Most High is exalted. The right hand of the Most High doeth valiantly. I shall not die, but live and declare the works of Yahweh. The Most High have chastened me sore, but he have not given me over to death. If you can show me in the scriptures where it say that, I'll believe it. But it says, and the Most High have chastened me sore, but he have not given me over unto death. Open to me the gates of righteousness. I will go into them, and I will praise the Most High. The gates of righteousness. What are they? See, they'll tell you that, oh, them just some regular old gate. No! This is the gate of the Most High, into which the righteous shall enter. I will praise thee, for thou hast heard me, and art become my salvation. The stone which the builders refuse is become the stone of the corner. This is the Most High's doing, and it is what? Marvelous in our eyes. And I cut it off. I'm going to read verse 24 because it's the most important verse. I could be wrong, Sister Ari. You know, Brother Ronnie is not above apologizing and saying he wrong. I'm one of the rare ones. Oh, okay. You're right. Now, when you say it that way, yeah. When you say it that way, that would be right. Yeah, I was like, I don't know about him being no Israelite, because if you look at it, if we do it that way, Abram was a all of them, a lot of them Babylonians, a lot of them were Hebrews too, Semitic people too, but Israel did come through Abraham. But let's go to verse 24. It says, this is the day that Yahweh has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. See, they try to tell you, how many of y'all ever been to a Sunday church and they said, this is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. How many of y'all ever heard that? We know David is speaking of a specific day, the day we walk through the gates of righteousness, the gates to which no one has ever walked into yet. This is a specific day that we walk through the gates of righteousness. The New Jerusalem, the 12 gates, with 12 angels at the gate, the 12 gates with the name of the 12 tribes, on the gate, and the 12 foundations of the apostle of the Lamb. And then you guess what they do? They just teach all that. They teach Torah to everybody. But they tell you it's abolished. No, his righteousness shall never be abolished. No. What will he abolish? Idols. Get them out your life. Get the leaven out your life. As we go and we pass over, is Monday night. Monday, the what they call Monday night. Oh, we call it day 2. Day 2 at even, going into the day 3. Get the leaven out your life. Get it all out. I ain't talking about no physical bread. If you want to get that out too. But get it out. The hatred. Get it out. The malice. Get it out. Wanting to steal. The lust. Lusting out the people. Watching porn. Turn that garbage off. Smoking weed. Throw that trash out. Committing fornication. Lying. Cheating. Throw it out. Get all of that out of you. You don't want to eat and drink in an unworthy manner. Get it all out. You got today and you got all of Monday. Get it out and keep it out. Sweep and garnished. But when you sweep and garnish your house, this tabernacle, your body, put something in there so that other stuff can't get back in there. You put the commandments in there. You put that in there. They doing it, no doubt, not knowing. But the Most High said, lift up your eyes to the heavens and look upon the earth beneath. For the heavens shall vanish away like smoke, and the earth shall wax old like a garment, and they that dwell therein shall die in like manner. But my salvation shall be forever. My righteousness, his right, not yours, shall not, and New King James said, shall never be abolished. Paul, tell us what you tell Timothy in 2 Timothy 1:10, but is now made manifest by the appearing of our Savior, Yeshua HaMashiach, who hath abolished death, the law of sin and death. Get it out of here. And have brought life and mortality to light through the gospel. We just showed you that the gospel is the same thing the children of Israel got. They just didn't believe. But Paul said, wherefore the law is holy, the commandment holy, just and good. For we know that the law is spiritual. But I thought Paul said the law is not of faith. Now he called the law spiritual. You just don't understand his writings. He talking about the law of the Most High right here. But he said, but I am carnal, sold under sin, or the law of sin. For I delight in the law of Yah, just like Enoch said, who delighted to know the ways and instructions of the Most High. Paul even tell you in Romans chapter 8 that the righteousness of the law might be for you. Got to fulfill it in you. But I thought it wasn't. Stop. You can see it. Paul just saying, keep the commandments. That's all Paul's saying. We almost done. It says 1 John 3:4-15, whosoever commits sin transgresseth also the law. If it ain't no law, how can we sin? John need to be quiet then, don't he? Whosoever committed sin transgresseth the law, for sin is a transgression of the law. And ye know that he was manifested. He who? The seed was manifested to take away our sin, and in him is no sin. Whosoever abideth in him sinneth not. Whosoever sinneth hath not seen him. You still sinning, you don't see him. I ain't talking about you slip up here and there. I'm talking about you every day, all day. You dress up on Sunday or go to Sabbath class on Saturday. You look all holy and good, but when you go to work Monday through Friday, you living like a hellbat. You don't know him. We ain't talking about you trying your best. You reading these scripts. You doing what the Most High tell you to do. And then from time to time, you do slip up and fall. We ain't talking about that. We talking about an on purpose habit that you just keep doing. You don't care what the Most High say. That's what we talking about. We ain't talking about you faking the funk, because a lot of people faking the funk. They faking it. Now he said, whosoever abideth in him, if you really abide in him, you sin him not. Whosoever sin him have not seen him nor know him. Little children, don't let no man deceive you. Don't let brother Ronnie deceive you. I ain't nobody. Who am I? Dang, I just was almost made a mistake. You know, I went wrong, but I wasn't. Who am I? Ain't nobody. I'm gonna die just like everybody else gonna die, unless Yeshua come back real and come back in the next 60 years or so. We all got an appointment with death. Everybody still dying. Women still having birth pains when they giving a baby. Women still conceiving in sorrow and having babies in sorrow. Women still chasing after their men because we still under that. A few bitter herbs. My wife had some the other day. What's the name of them herbs you had? Them bitter herbs. She had them, but I would think that I don't want to say parsley. I don't know. You just I don't know. Yeah, there's one, cilantro. Ain't that what you had? Basil. Yep, that's one. Basil, cilantro. What else? Yeah, I want to say I did say I don't want to say when I think of bitter, I would think parsley is like mint. But yeah, I guess it would be a bitter herb as well. Yeah. 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 Who? My wife said dandelion is one as well. You can't eat those. Yeah. People don't know that you can eat those things. My wife know all about all this stuff. I don't know if spinach is a herb, but it could be. It could be. We need to come over to your house, Sister Erica. What y'all got going? What y'all got going? Yeah. Yeah, my wife know all about all. She grow that stuff. We had that stuff on our chicken and stuff. So she probably would be the person to ask. Now, yeah, horseradish. I didn't know that. But whosoever abide in him sinning not. Little children, let no man deceive you. Not even Brother Ronnie. He or she that doeth righteousness is righteous. Even as he who? The seed, the it. He the way, the truth, and the life. He that committed sin is of the devil, for the devil committed sin from the beginning, for the purpose of the Son was manifest, that he might destroy the works of the devil. Whosoever is born of Yah does not commit sin, for his sin remain in him, and he cannot commit sin. Why can't you commit sin? Because you're full of faith. The commandments are in you. You're full of faith. You ain't got no choice but to obey. You ain't got no choice but to receive the promises. In this, don't be a child of the devil. And then it says, you get it. Eternal life. I'm not going to even read that. Pause it on your own. Because after all this, when they say, this the whole class about righteousness, Brother Running, righteousness. We just love God. We just love our God and we love our brother. That's how we keep the righteousness. We ain't got to do no law. We just follow the golden rule. That's what they say. But you don't know what the golden rule. What's the golden rule? This is the rule they say. Do us unto others as they will have you do unto you. They said that's the golden rule. The Bible says, I agree. Boy, y'all naming all kind of stuff. Naming all kind of stuff. But the golden rule in the Bible, Yeshua tell them, therefore all things whosoever ye will have men do to you, do you even so to them. For this is the law and the prophets. This the golden rule that most people that don't say we ain't got to keep no law, statutes, and commandments. That's the golden rule. Enter ye in at the straight gate. What gate? The gate of righteousness. For wide is the gate, and broad is the way. That's the gates of unrighteousness that lead to destruction, and many there be that go in thereat. Because straight and narrow is the way that leadeth unto life. That's the commandments. That's a narrow way. When Abraham left Ur the Chaldees, a lot of people didn't go with him. You said, are we still eating lamb? Are we saying, no, I'm not going to eat lamb that day, but if you want to make lamb that day, you can. The main thing that we should be doing is the bread and the wine. That's what Yeshua Hamashiach said. He's our Passover lamb, but you can cook lamb, but I wouldn't try to say that lamb him. That's what I'm trying to say. See, that bread, and really that he is the lamb. That bread that we eating, that represents his body. That blood that wine that we drinking, that represents his blood. So when we doing the wine and the bread, that's representative of him, and he is the Lamb of Yah. So, but if you want to have lamb with your meal, that's fine. But I wouldn't be saying this is the Passover. No, that lamb ain't the Passover lamb. You know, you just doing it symbolically only. But he said, I never knew you. We only got 3 more after this. I never knew you. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. Many will say unto me, Lord, Lord. Christians, so-called Christians, followers of Yeshua, will say, have we not prophesied in your name? They doing miraculous stuff, but they still gonna have to get out because of the iniquity or the sin or the transgression of the law or the unrighteousness. Unrighteousness means not righteous. Because what we supposed to do? We supposed to be followers of him. Ephesians 5:1, be ye therefore followers of Yah as dear children. New King James said, be imitators. 1 Corinthians 11:1, be ye followers. Paul said, be ye followers of me. Paul said, follow me, even or just as I follow Yeshua. So the question would be, did Yeshua eat pigs? Somebody, please tell me, did he eat pigs? No, he did not eat pigs. So guess who didn't eat pigs? Paul didn't eat pigs because he said he following Yeshua. Did Yeshua keep the Sabbath? Yeah. Well, did Paul? Yeah. No. So you can't turn to imitators. It's imitators and everything except the King James and follow. We got to imitate him. If he raises his hand, we raise our hand. If he bat his eyes, we bat our eyes. If he rebukes sin, we rebuke sin. If he keep the Sabbath, we keep the Sabbath. If he keep Passover, you keep Passover. You hear me? If he didn't sleep with nobody's wife, you don't sleep with nobody's wife. If he didn't smoke dope, you don't smoke dope. See, that's what people, the Bible don't say nothing about smoking dope. What, did Yeshua smoke dope? No. Well, then you don't smoke dope. You know he ain't smoke dope. Did Yeshua do Halloween? No, you know he didn't do no Halloween. Did Yeshua keep his birthday? He have a birthday party? No. So what you having one for then? That's all you got. You ain't wrote in the Bible. Did he do it? No. Then there your answer go. I'm trying to, it's simple. It ain't rocket science. I'm just the dude. I don't know no more than you know. All I do is read the Bible. But Paul said, we only got 1 more after this. Awake to righteousness, awake to righteousness, awake to righteousness, and sin not. So, okay. The thing would be if it said go to sleep to unrighteousness and sin. It's the opposite. Awake to do righteousness and sin not. We just saw that sin is transgression of the law. For some have not the knowledge of Yah. I speak this to your shame. Saying the same thing in Romans 6:20-23. For when ye were servants of sin, ye were free from righteousness. Paul, what is sin? Transgression of the law. But what fruit have ye then in those things whereof ye are now ashamed? Paul said, sin and you should have shame. We ain't got no shame today. No shame in the game. We doing with it, doing anything and everything. We got gay churches. What the kind of mess is that? That's not, my brethren. That thing should not be. We got women wearing skimpy clothes. What? Cover up. Brothers, put them ashy muscles back in your muscle shirt. Loosen your pants up, brother. Stop lusting in the churches. We got too much junk going on. I told you, clean your tabernacle. And I ain't talking about this structure. Clean this tabernacle. Me included. Last one. And behold, so I can get on this Passover class. Revelation 22:12 through 17. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me. Oh, no nonsense. I ain't got time for this mess. I don't have time for this. I'm tired. I'm sick of it. Cussing and fussing, robbing and shooting and looting, cheating and going on. You buy a car for $5,000 and you got to go to the automobile place and write down your tax. Well, you right now you only paid $1,000 for the car. No, you paid $5,000. You lied, sucker. Get it right. Little stuff, it's the little foxes that spoils the vine. Little stuff you think ain't had lying to your boss. Oh, I'm sick, I can't come in. Are you sick? No, you lying, sucker. Who's smoking weed? Just asking if it was an herb. Marijuana, you shouldn't be smoking it. I ain't talking about medicinal purposes where you having brewing tea and all that kind of stuff. I ain't talking about that. But just doing stuff that Yeshua wouldn't be doing. That's what I'm trying to say. Eric, I'm gonna get you. No, Sister Erica don't smoke weed. She don't do that. No, that sister don't do that. That's a righteous sister. But, and behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me to give. He giving every man as his work shall be. What work should you be doing? His faith. What is his faith? The commandments, because they full of faith. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. Blessed are they that do his commandments. Cursed are them that don't. That they may have right to the tree of life if you keep the commandments, and may enter in through the gates of righteousness if you keep righteousness. For on the outside are dogs and sorcerers and whoremongers. The whoremongers ain't fun. I'm laughing at y'all. Smoking lavender. Y'all better cut it out. It says, for without are dogs and sorcerers and whoremongers and murderers and idolaters and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie. And Yeshua, he said, I, Yeshua, have sent mine angel to testify unto you these things in the church. I am the root and offspring. I am the seed of David, which is the seed of Abraham. And Abraham and David, everybody came out of that promised seed, Isaac. You hear that? And the bright and morning star, and the spirit and the bride said, come on, and let him that heareth say, come, and let him that is athirst say, come, and whosoever will take of the water of life is free. Craft low, and you do craft low, have to keep all the water, brother. But guys, I hope you understood what righteousness is. It's doing whatever the Most High say. If he said don't do this, you don't do that. If he said do this, you do that. That's it. It ain't what Brother Ronnie say. It's what the words say. K2. You feel it? Yeah, I don't do no drugs. I don't. Only time I drink is at the Shabbat. And last time I drank it too fast. But I like having control of my vessel. I don't smoke weed. I don't smoke cocaine, however you do with that. I don't do illegal drugs, and I don't drink hard liquor either. That's why I'm almost 42, 43, and still look 23. Right? But brothers and sisters, thank you for coming on out. Remember, Passover Monday. I would be happy if you guys would be here and join us at 6 p.m. Memphis time. 6 p.m. Memphis time. 6 p.m. Memphis time. And I will be here with I'm not going to have no super long lesson. I'm going to try my best to keep it to 45 minutes to an hour. We partake of the Passover, and then we do it that way. But if you have a prayer request, and next week we will definitely have live Q&A. We definitely will have live Q&A. When I get off of here, I'm just gonna get on this class and then I was hoping that the brother that asked for the class was here, but I don't think he here. But I'm gonna have that special class that he asked for on next Shabbat. It's gonna be a good class. And I'm gonna tell you what it is. We're gonna do the Passover this week, and then next week is debunking the lunar Sabbath. Debunking the lunar Sabbath. You know, some people out here talking about the Sabbath is it can be a different day. Or some day is Monday, some day is Tuesday, some day is Thursday. Now we gonna deal with that next week. And live Q&A. Bring your questions. I'll do my best to answer your questions. No, it's not today. It's gonna be next week, Sister Proverbs. But pray for me, pray for my family. If you got a Bible question in the meantime, if you have my phone number, you can text it to me or go straight to the website and go to contact us, and you can email it in your question into us. Had quite a few questions this week, and but you know, I don't mind. I get them. I get to them when I can get to them, and you know, sometimes I'm right there on the fly on my phone. I'm talking about at work on my phone. Oh, somebody hit. Send it on to them. But guys, thank you for coming on in today. Please pray for me and my family, especially for this week. I got a lot going. I got 2 classes to do this week, and pray for me. I have an evaluation probably this week. Pray that I do well on my evaluation at work. Please pray for me. Pray for my strength. Pray for my family's strength. All the prayers, we can definitely use them, and I'm not just playing. We need prayers, guys. We need prayers. I'll pray for you. You pray for me. Go out, be an ambassador. See you Monday night at 6 o'clock. I don't know what they call it. What they say, Central Standard Time? Huh? Yeah, Central Standard Time. It'll be 6 o'clock here where I'm at. So yeah. Yeah, man don't work, man don't eat. Man don't work, man don't eat. But yeah, see you guys. We are out. Love every one of you guys. Shabbat shalom to you. Hallelujah. We'll see you next time. Hallelujah.